I'm Joe Mamlin. I'm a professor of medicine from Indiana University School of Medicine. Spent a year here once before as part of the IU faculty. But when I came back here, I saw something that blew my mind. Because when I rounded on the wards in 1992, I had 80-something, 80, 85 people die on my wards during the course of the year. When I came back in the year 2000, on the same wards, I had over 1,000 people die instead of 85, and they were all young people, and it was devastating. As an internal medicine doc, we've identified about 6 areas that we're focusing on. The chronic lung disease of indoor air pollution as a consequence of women cooking with firewood in unventilated kitchens and exposing their lungs day after day, year after year, to the toxic particles that come from burning firewood within an unventilated kitchen. Obviously, this is what getting women. It's not dramatic because it's a slow thing that comes on many years. But when women reach their mid-50s to their 60s, suddenly their oxygen levels have dropped, the pressures in the lungs go up, and the right side of the heart fails. And at that point, there's almost nothing we can do to save them. And so that's when we reached out to Purdue to see, can you help us? Can we figure out a way? We know these women are going to cook with firewood. They don't have the money for other things. And they're going to deal with mud kitchens. That's what they can afford. And so can we ponder ways to deal with ventilation or the location of the stove, you name it, we don't know what it is. But can we find a way to minimize the consequences of wood burning as a cook? Everybody and their brother's been interested in this. You probably can get a photograph that shows 16 or 18 different innovative stoves that have been developed all over the world to respond to this problem, none of which are being used because they're developed remote from Kenya without the input of the women who are going to be using these stoves. Is it possible that Purdue and their staff can sit down with these women in the village and work with them to see what they can create that's culturally acceptable, but can scientifically be measured to be minimizing their exposure to toxic particles that are destroying their lungs? And I can't tell you how excited I am to see that effort starting right now with Purdue. And I have a feeling it's a journey that's going to, at some time, be a source of real pride at Purdue University. And I know it's going to change the life expectancy of young women here who have no idea that someone's busy doing something that's going to change their lives.